Hi everybody, so I have a new recipe that I did today. Again, another one that I had found off Pinterest, but I modified it to my liking and to lower the point value for Weight Watchers. So I'm going to call them chicken parm egg roll wrappers. So basically what I used was these. They are just egg roll wraps. And they're basically a point a piece. I just bought them at the grocery store. Actually, kind of where you will buy like vegetarian type stuff, or in the salad section. Sometimes that's where you'll find them. But anyway, so that's what I used to use them. Inside, what I did is I just took chicken breast, 8 ounces of chicken breast between these, and I actually, for one recipe, I used 8 of these to use to figure out the point value. So, sorry, I took the chicken, I just kind of boiled it and then shredded it after it was cooled a little bit. To that, I added 1 cup of homemade marinara sauce that I made. That I will give the recipe for that at the end of this. But you can use any marinara sauce, likely, as long as it's not high in sugar. I actually used artificial sweetener in mine just to cut down the points, and I barely used any of it at all anyway. So basically, I mixed the chicken, the 8 ounces of chicken, with 1 cup of the marinara, and then I put 1 of the egg roll wrappers. I'll show you what they look like. So I put 1 of them down. Sorry, that's 2. Put 1 down. I put a little bit of spinach in the middle. And then I put the chicken and sauce mixture down with, I split 1 ounce of cheese between all 8. Now that's barely any cheese at all. You could increase the cheese, but I found it didn't really need it, and they're pretty tasty otherwise, as I've already eaten them for supper. So I did that. I placed that, stuff the contents in the middle, and then to seal them, sorry, actually I'll just show you that as well. Just take your fingers and get them wet in a little bowl of water, and then go around the one edge, and then you just fold over. So make sure your contents are pretty much in the middle there. And then I did this seam first, and then I worked on these seams. Now some of them did leak before I cooked them, but they seemed to work out well anyways once I put them in the oven. So then I just put them on a baking sheet, spray them lightly with Parm on both sides of them. Halfway through I flipped them over. I think I cooked them for about 15 minutes or so. You can cook them to your liking. They're not crispy or anything, but they're still really good. I really enjoyed them. I'm the only one that ate them for supper tonight because my husband he's actually working tonight, so I'm sure when he gets home he'll try them. Now, a few of them, I made a little bit of an alternative. Instead of putting the mozzarella, I put a little bit of cottage cheese in it, and I put like not even a full teaspoon. So, and they're actually really good that way. I found it a little bit more salty that way. But, so basically, each one of these with the mozzarella cheese is 3 points. I mean, that's really good. Basically, all you're doing for points is 1 point for the wrapper, 1 point for about an ounce of chicken. The spinach is obviously free. And then between the tiny bit of cheese that is in there and the tiny bit of marinara and the tiny bit of Parm that I sprayed on it, that's basically your other point. So again, it's 3 points. They're decent size. There's my burner. And, that's a pretty good size. Now, the spinach cooks down great and it tastes good inside. I'm going to try different variations of these now with either chicken or beef or something of that nature, just to try different recipes. So there's my newest recipe for Weight Watchers Points Plus. And for the marinara, basically all I did is I put a tablespoon of oil in the bottom of a pot, and I sauteed some onions, and I did a half an onion and some already minced garlic that I had in there till they're quite soft. You want to chop it quite finely. Then I added a can of tomatoes. It was actually a can of plum tomatoes that I put into my blender and just pureed it basically. I just thought the plum tomatoes would taste best. And then I added a teaspoon of oregano. I added Truvia. I think it was just like one small packet of Truvia, which is barely anything at all. Just, you know, your typical little packet, just to add some sweetness to it. Salt and pepper, and that's, oh, and tomato paste, a small can of tomato paste. I put that in there as well. So that's all, and then I cooked it down for a while. As you can see, I have like a lot left, plus I ate some in a little cup. Dunked mine that I had for supper, dunked it in there. So it was barely any points for more of this. I can't remember exactly, and I apologize for that. But it's, you know, it's basically free, other than the tomato paste might cost you a little bit of points. But because you're mixing that in such a large dose, if you're only eating about a quarter of a cup to dunk these in, you may charge yourself 1 point for that. Maybe when I upload the video, I will figure that out and put the information below. So if you have any questions or comments or ideas for different things that I could try, I would appreciate it. And I hope you all have a good night. Bye for now.